Hi everyone. I'm here with yours and obviously for yours. And the discussion of this video is going to be about financial leverage, a concept that I think it's really important to understand when we are pretending to reach objective that everyone has, that is getting as much money as possible. So, what is financial leverage? What is the concept of financial leverage? Financial leverage is the concept of we have like the possibility to get credit at some specific type of interest rate, but the ability to, with that money that we get in a loan, we can apply in an investment that gives us a return that is higher percentually in comparison with the cost of the loan. So, in a simple example, imagine that I'm going for a bank and I ask for a credit of 100k. I get to 100k at 50% in here that I'm gonna have to pay. So in the next year, I'm gonna pay 5% of the money that I got from the loan. In that case, it was 100k. So it will be around 5,000. I'm gonna pay 5,000 in interests coming from the loan that I got. So what is the essential concept that we have to get in count? We're gonna have to get the ability to get profit from that operation, understanding that I'm gonna get as spent a fee amount that's going to be the one that is coming from interest. So I'm gonna have to pay 5,000 from the bank, and I'm gonna have to give back that quantify of money that I got initially. That was 100k, but I got positively. I get 100k in the type of at my function, which I can use whatever I want and the way that I want. So by just establishing it, what do we have? We already are like we have projections. If we don't do nothing with the money, we have projections of doesn't not having profit. Even by the other hand, we're in that present moment we getting is something that we don't like. We're getting negative the amount of value that is coming from the interest. So, but obviously we get money, but we're going to do actions with the money. What we can get, we can kind of run our lives. If you spend that money without any type of consciousness and you get these 100k and just put in bad things, or you just doesn't do any type of investment and you even so lose your money and you reach the term which you're gonna have to get back the value, but you don't have any type of money to give back. So we're gonna enter in terms of if you would like to see in terms of perspective of a company, you will enter in bankruptcy. And so it's important to not enter in bankruptcy. And so what you would like to make something your money, have revenue over your money. So in that case, that enters simple type of actions that you can do even if we don't have any type of knowledge about investments. What you can do investments in simple concepts as actions. You can do or in an instrument that has been suffer with the growth over the time, and something that will be really common for a majority of people that doesn't have any type of time to pay attention to kind of get over with the news in the financial market in companies. They can invest in ETFs that are like a type of cake that's like made of a lot of ingredients, a lot of things, and these things are actions. So in ETF you can have like 20% of actions of a company as a Apple, you can 30% of Tesla. So it's like it respects the concept of diversification, that so it kind of comes close from following some index of markets. So probably if we get ETF that follows the USA, the economy in USA, you will probably choose the S&P 500 that follows the 500 most the highest in terms of capitalization in market. So probably the richest one companies in USA. It's represents a lot of the way that USA performs as an economy. So I just will invest in the projection of the growth in USA. That's a simple thing. It's like more simple to me to analyze as a specific type of economies. It's just understanding like if USA gonna grow, what's like the projection, what are like the politicians that are present, what are the politics of growth, if this state that we're seeing that they're like in debt, so they have a lot of debts or not. It's something that's more easy to understand it. And even if we don't have to pay that time, we can like have like persons, a manager that can manage our money in order so to make this type of investments. But as a projections, it's really easy to get over in terms of percents in comparison with the amount that you're gonna have to pay from the type of loan. Because what? Because what we have seen historically in history is that S&P, that's like the ETF that I said, it's some type of active that gives you around 80 to 20% a year of profit over the amount that you had in the previous year. So if you have 100 in actives in ATF, in the next year you're gonna have 100 plus 10. So you will have 10% more than you got in the past year. Imagine so in our exercise, which we got 100k of a loan that you're gonna pay an interest rate of 5%. We're gonna get so to pay after obviously you're gonna have to give back your amount that you got, that was 100k, and you have to pay 5k. But if with that 100k you invest in S&P, you will get what? You will get 10k over your 100, and so you'll get 100 plus 10 in comparison what we're gonna have to pay, that is 100 more 5k. The profit will be the differential, that will be 5k. So just by having the ability to get a loan at 5% of interest rate, which is something that we can get. You can get 5 rates in terms of investment, and you just doesn't do any type of too much risk involved with the investment, that is investing in ETF. You will just by getting 100k, you will get easily 5k as a profit. And obviously I've encountered you already give back your money that you got in the loan in the previous year. So it's a simple concept, is getting that, but not perceive that as something that's bad. Perceiving that as something that you got leverage and you can use your money that is not yours, to generate profit for you. So obviously it's something that you have to get attention with, because it has to play with some specific concepts that are the cost of a loan, that you have to see what are the interest rates that are applied in your country, and this has a lot in count what is the performance of your economy, the tendencies, which more inflection your country has, means that a lot of money is running, and the produce of materials, goods, is something that is not getting like, it's not being easy to feed in terms of, in comparison with what's offered, in comparison with what is demanded, and so the inflation increases, the price has to increase, because a lot of people are wanting the same goods that doesn't exist for everyone. And so one of the ways that the state has to adopt to control this is applying higher interest rates, because they don't want people to have much more money, because having people having like it's easy to get loan, and so get money flowing in the economy, it will increase a lot of the demand. People will have more easy access to the ability to pay and have things. But if you're not stimulating, if doesn't exist the same type of ability of the producers to produce, so the goods will increase, and inflation is something that states tends to fight. And so I have to understand these simple concepts of the economy that helps me to understand, so what's going to be like what are the interest rates applied in my economy, and what are the projections of interest rates to be applied in my economy. And so it helps me to understand how much easy it's going to be to get credit, loan, to apply. So this financial leverage, that's applying that money in investments that they're going to give more. They're going to give more in terms of percent of revenue that they cost to us in interest. So it's a simple concept, but obviously you just have to kind of get in your mind that you have to be self-controlled and not spend that quantity of amount in a loan in things that they are risky. And obviously understand these small concepts, understanding what is the cost that you have to face when you get a loan, and have the ability to as well get access to investments to get so this percent of revenue over so a time. And you just can do by simple math understanding so what's the projections of profit. One thing that's important to say is obviously the loan is not the percent of the loan that can be like, I give the example of 5%. It's something that it's really depending as well of who you are. So a loan is something that your bank or the bank establishes, but it's important to get that you have to understand that it's something it's really depending as well of your profile. So the ability of which more the bank perceive you as being less a person like less of risk, you don't have like a lot of risk in comparison with obviously the revenue that you can generate. Also, so what I'm talking, if you normally when you ask for a loan, banks kind of credits, they want you to see where do they work, what's your like your revenue, how much you gain over time, over a year, over a month, understand what, so as well what do you have as a possesses, if you have houses, cars, because which more higher is your kind of things that you have, more houses, which more of materials you have, more the bank will kind of make you pay more of interest, because it's less risky for them to loan you, because which more things you have, more guaranteed they have that they're gonna get. Yes, if something bad comes with you, something bad happens with you, they can get the money back just by getting one of your materials, one of your cars, houses. And so that's why most of the most successful people, the people that have a lot of money, it's even more easier for him to get loans at lower costs, because they have a lot of things that they serve as a guarantee for the banks, which they can get if something bad happens with the people. So the tendency is which more kind of you are informated, which more you pass this image of being someone that has the type of maturity in your brain as a people, more obviously you're gonna perceive and pass image that someone that we can believe in, so we're not gonna make you pay a lot in terms of interests that you're gonna have to pay if you have a loan. So have these simple concepts in your mind, and I hope you to help in your financial journey. I hope you to help in your financial journey in order to get you more money. Thank you.